Hey everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Yes, we did.
So the new one out on Netflix this week, this is what, February 26, 2021, is called BigFoot Family. So a family-friendly movie this week on Netflix.
I mean, it's demeaning to everyone that watches it, so
okay.
It's not that family-friendly.
It's for family safe.
Okay, yes it is.
It's just not good.
No.
Particularly. But here's the thing, here's what we didn't know. I'll do two. One we did know, one we didn't know. What we did know is that Netflix did not offer a screener for this movie. So usually the press gets to see this movie ahead of time so we can have these reviews up in a timely manner. This time they said, oh no. And when they don't offer screeners,
that's a bad sign.
it's a red flag. Yeah, they don't want any bad word of mouth coming out before. They just want to be able to trick people into watching it before they've heard that it's bad, basically.
Yeah.
What we didn't know is that this movie is a sequel.
Oh,
a sequel to Son of Bigfoot. So perhaps, I think it's from 2017, perhaps you have seen Son of Bigfoot if you have young kids. And I do think that this movie is targeted towards pretty young kids. I think even a 9-year-old is going to be pretty insulted by this movie. This is not Pixar stuff. It is not meant for an older audience or a discerning audience. But very young kids are more forgiving. There's talking animals, so that's exciting. And little kids like continuity. So the fact that you get to revisit this family, you met them in Son of Bigfoot, where little Adam went in search of his long-lost father and found out that his father is Bigfoot and hiding in the forest from a hair pharmaceutical company. But actually ended up leading them right to him.
as it happens, yes.
Right.
Because I'm sure they had it staked out, this pharmaceutical company with all their billions of dollars of resources. Mm-hmm. They followed this kid wherever he went.
Well, for sure. So Sean and I didn't know this. We are just joining the franchise for the first time on this movie, BigFoot Family.
And I can say you don't need to know anything that happened in the past unless it answers the one really big problem with this movie, which is, how did this kid get his powers? Because Bigfoot was turned into Bigfoot through a science experiment gone awry.
Yes.
But then
his DNA gets mutated because he's a scientist and something happens. It's very kind of comic booky origin story, and he turns into Bigfoot. But then he must have gone home to his wife, had some hanky-panky, made a baby, raised it for several years, and then left.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense because in this movie, the woman says she's not used to calling him Bigfoot, which implies that as soon as he became Bigfoot, he ran away, and that makes sense.
There's no reason why his wife ever needed to call him Bigfoot. His name is James, and I think, you could still call me Jay no matter how big my feet get. I will tell you this
But he calls
upfront.
himself Bigfoot.
I know, and I had a problem with that, as you know. I guess he was just trying to take that word back, but, yeah. I didn't really feel that.
Another burning question I have.
Yeah, please.
In this universe, was there a Bigfoot that has been through the legend that we've heard about?
The mythical Bigfoot.
Which is more than 10 years old. Mm-hmm. Like, this guy, is he the first Bigfoot and it just coincidentally he's called Bigfoot? Or are there others?
It's a good question. I mean, we had several good questions we felt watching the movie. You have to turn that part of your brain off if you're going to watch this.
Yeah.
But yes, maybe the first one answered. It set up so many intellectual questions.
They needed a sequel to just follow through on some of the...
It's possible. Okay, don't say it's not. Anyways, now we meet his son, Adam, who is a Bigfoot himself, somehow. Through the genes, he's at least half Bigfoot, looks human, not quite as hairy, quite big feet.
Yeah, the big feet are the one thing that he's unusual about. Otherwise, he's got all the powers, but none of the side effects.
Right. And he is able to heal himself like his dad. Although they seem to forget about that quality
They do when it
at
matters.
really important times, yes. They limp way more than you would think they should need to. And they can talk to animals. Very importantly, because Adam's house is full of them. I guess his dad made a lot of friends when he lived out in the forest previously, and now maybe we gotta watch this first movie. But the dad's friends moved home with him once his son tracked him down, so that's nice. Not just any wife, let me tell you, Sean, would allow you to bring your bear friend home with you.
Oh, I know, and don't worry. I'm not intending to do that.
So Wilbur is the bear, Trapper is the raccoon. There are many other animals in the home beside, but you only really need to know these two because they are coming on the adventure and the rest are house sitting, I guess. Also, I wouldn't leave like wild animals alone in my house.
No.
But anyways, Dad's famous now because he is he's been outed as Bigfoot and everybody loves him and wants him. But he's decided to use his fame for good. And his first cause that he takes up is this oil company that really tells people that they're 100% clean. But the place where they're extracting oil in Alaska is really under heavy guard. So if they have nothing to hide, why are they hiding it so well? Alaska is worried that this oil company is going to just completely destroy their ecosystem.
Well, in fairness, 2 people in Alaska are worried. No one else seems to care.
True enough. And they're perhaps not even really from Alaska.
Yeah, it's unclear.
It was a weird setup, but anyways, Bigfoot decides, since he is a friend to the environment and to animals and stuff, that he will go to Alaska and champion their cause.
It's on brand.
Yeah, right. But he immediately pretty much gets kidnapped by the oil company. He's not that good.
He's not good, no.
At doing this. Of course, the oil company is evil.
Yeah, evil and Texan.
I mean, sure, if you felt that needed to be said, yes.
I did love that the CEO of the oil company is in disguise as a hippie. Mm-hmm. But then when behind closed doors, he's able to put on his big hat and belt buckle and the necklace.
He's gotta be.
And his accent comes back.
That's right. I thought, and this is uncomfortable for me, but I thought Bigfoot was strangely hot.
Well, you're not alone. Isn't that like part of his appeal? Why he's being invited on all these talk shows?
Sure, but I didn't necessarily feel that I would agree with that.
Okay.
That could be true in a cartoony way. I thought it was weird. Like, he's almost a little, I mean, I don't want to use the word silver fox when he's a Bigfoot, but you know.
Okay.
He was kind of a hot Bigfoot dad. Anyways, so Dad goes missing. Also, Bigfoot turns out to be technologically incompetent. His son has to help him go viral to get the word out.
Yeah.
But
Bigfoot
Dad
doesn't even know what it means to go viral.
Oh boy. And he's Bigfoot! Yeah. This was the guy going viral before we had... Oh boy. So Adam and his mom and the bear and the raccoon get in a camper and decide to take a nice leisurely road trip to go rescue Dad. I think they're still
not in a rush.
Harboring some resentment. And who wouldn't? This guy was gone for like 10 years, I think. Most of his kid's life. Like, the kid didn't even know who his dad was until he found him living in the woods, wearing only cut-off jean shorts. Now, I don't think that's hot. To be fair, I thought it was hot when he wore the 3-piece suit on the talk show. The jean shorts, cut-off jean shorts, guys. No. Okay, no. So they were not in the biggest hurry to go save Dad, and I did think maybe they were still harboring some resentment over his abandonment.
Yeah, that would make sense. It's not smart to drive to Alaska.
No, it's a long way. Yeah. It really is. And you're also in a small space with a bear and a raccoon, and you have to smuggle them over 2 borders. And yet, all of that was fine. You know. it was fine. But once they get to Alaska, things are less fine. Gosh, there's some nefarious stuff happening in we should maybe check in on Alaska more often.
Apparently, yes.
But yeah, nefarious things are afoot. Lots of stuff is going to come down on Adam and his animal friends, his sidekicks. He will forget his important powers at key moments.
Yeah, otherwise
somehow
it would just be too
too
boring.
easy. Yeah. So this is not a great movie, frankly. A little forgettable. Also, no great voice work.
No.
Now, it turns out that this is like a Belgium-France production, so you can watch it in English, but you're not going to recognize any of the voices, sadly. And that is something we've really kind of come to expect and kind of need out of our voice work here when we're watching animated films.
It helps. It helps even if the movie is terrible.
Yes. At least there's some redeeming quality. And this movie is just sort of forgettable. I didn't feel offended by it. I didn't hate that it existed in the world, but...
Well, I kind of did.
Okay. I have trouble even telling people with little kids to watch it. And I think it's harmless, but it's just...
It's stupid. It's really stupid. It makes no sense.
You have to, like, continually, actively engage your spirit of disbelief. Just be like... It doesn't matter. Let it go. It doesn't make sense. It's not following rules of logic or even its own rules within the movie's universe. But I'm letting it go. It's gonna be okay. And like, if you have to constantly tell yourself, now little kids won't notice, won't care, and so it's fine for them. But if you have to watch it with them, you know. And as I said, hot Bigfoot gets kidnapped by the oil company. So we don't see, he's not
a major
eye
player.
candy, you know. It's tough. It's not a lot to get us through the hard moments of this film. You know? So, Netflix, no. This one is a disappointment.
Oh yeah.
You know? They've been doing pretty well lately, but not feeling it on this one.
Oh no, it's
not
bad.
Feeling it. Sorry, guys. I am a little more optimistic. On Wednesday, March 3rd, Amy Poehler's new film, Moxie, will be on Netflix. And I feel a little more optimistic about that one. Totally different kind of movie, but Netflix hopefully can redeem itself, because this one, I mean, it's not going to help anyone get through the weekend, that's for sure.
No.
Sorry. So that's what we have to say about that. Kind of a bummer. Sorry. I hate having to tell people that there's no movie this weekend that's going to help them through.
Well,
we need those, and you know, sometimes Netflix just lets us down. So tell us what you're going to watch instead, because you got to find something. I know what we're going to be watching on Sunday nights. It's the Golden Globes. The Golden Globes, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We will be watching it live here on YouTube, and we hope many of you will join us. Please jump in. You can be watching it along with us or not. We will be drinking the champagne and having a great party, and hopefully still being somewhat witty about things, but no promises.
We'll see. They
may fall apart quite early. We don't know. So join us for our live stream on Sunday evening. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.